The first 3 steps have been all about laying the foundation for a healthy and thriving mentoring relationship. You've established expectations, talked about why we're all here in the first place, gotten checklists and some direction, and now you're ready for the rubber to hit the road. Still, we're not leaving you completely on your own for this. The Step 4 section of your book has monthly meetup forums to help guide the process. To get an idea of what I'll be talking about, turn to that section now. In the top left-hand corner of the form, you'll see a number out of 8. If you stick to the recommendation of meeting once per month, you and your mentor or mentee should have 8 meetings over the course of the rooted term. So the form with the 1 out of 8 at the top will be for your first meeting, the 2 out of 8 for your second, and so on. You can also keep track of exactly when you've met up by writing the date in the spot provided right next to this. The next box for you to fill in is the topic you've chosen to focus on for today. Hopefully this is pretty self-explanatory, but while we're talking about this, one thing we want to make clear is that the length of time you stay on one topic is completely up to you, as is the number of resources you go through. We don't recommend covering too many topics over the entire term, as you want to have the time to really dig in and grow in something, rather than just doing a quick scan of it. You may find you can cover 2 or at most 3. However, many people find they prefer to focus on just one for the entire year, and likewise, they may choose just one book from the recommended resource list. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Just make sure it makes sense with what you can give to the program and with forwarding your goals. Next on the form is questions and thoughts I had coming into our meeting today. Now, you probably won't have anything in that for your first meeting, although you might if there's a specific thing you wanted to ask your mentor or mentee about in advance. This is a box you'll fill out before your meeting while you're reading or listening to your resource. When you're learning prompts, questions, or breakthroughs, record them in this box on the form for your next meeting, so it's ready for you and your mentor or mentee to open up to when you meet. Key takeaways from your time together is just that, and is probably something to fill out at the end of each meeting as you summarize what you've discussed. Goals before we meet again may include the amount of chapters you intend to read, the podcasts you plan to listen to, or whatever you may have planned with a resource. It may also include actionable items such as, we'll set aside half an hour to rest in God's promises before I go to work each morning, or we'll have an honest conversation on X topic with Y person, or we'll exercise this gift by volunteering for that ministry. Setting a goal that is specific, measurable, and relevant is one of the best ways of forwarding your growth goals. It's also a good way to take mentoring from something that's a friendly, but perhaps somewhat shallow conversation with someone nice each month, to something that truly has the power to change your life. Finally, the form finishes with a spot to write the date of your next meeting. Of course, planning a meeting a month in advance can be tricky for some people, and it is possible that you'll have to change it as life throws one of its curveballs. This is understandable. But do try your best to first make the change as far in advance as possible out of courtesy to your mentor or mentee. And second, try to reschedule as soon as possible after the time you initially planned to meet. In this busy world, it can be easy to push things back and push things completely off your plate. We do want to have grace and understanding for others and for ourselves, but do your best to make sure you get one meeting in with your mentor or mentee every month. That being said, there's no rule that you can only have contact once a month. In fact, we encourage you to be in touch more often. Sending each other texts of encouragement, asking for prayer, asking for advice, or just sharing funny things from your day, all of these are encouraged between a mentor and mentee. Many people report that the greatest blessing they receive out of the Rooted program is a genuine and lasting friendship. So don't be afraid to invite the other person into your life and to show a care and interest in their life as well. Pause the video for a few minutes to discuss the following questions.